a near-death crash, a life-changing injury, and the harsh realities of fame. Mark Harmon, the quiet Hollywood star, has faced it all, and now he's confronting another heartbreaking chapter. From saving lives off-screen to years of personal sacrifices, Harmon's journey isn't just about the spotlight, but this latest news might be his toughest moment yet. Harmon's early life. Mark Harmon is not your typical Hollywood star. Known for his humility and extreme privacy, he avoids the limelight and keeps a low profile in California, despite his success and fame. Born on September 2, 1951, Thomas Mark Harmon grew up in Burbank, California, as the youngest of 3 children. His family background is impressive. His father, Tom Harmon, was a Heisman Trophy-winning football player and a broadcaster. His mother, Elise Knox, was an actress, model, and artist. Mark's 2 older sisters were also in the spotlight. Kristen Nelson, an actress and painter who was once married to singer Rick Nelson, and Kelly Harmon, an actress and model formerly married to car magnate John DeLorean. His maternal grandparents were Austrian immigrants. After graduating from Harvard Westlake School in 1970, Mark Harmon completed a 2-year associate degree at Pierce College in Los Angeles. After his second season there, Harmon received offers from major college football programs. He chose UCLA over Oklahoma, even though the Sooners had finished second in the nation the previous season. Once he transferred to UCLA, Harmon became the starting quarterback for the 1972 and 1973 Bruins. In his first game, UCLA shocked fans by upsetting the 2-time defending national champions, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. The Bruins, who were 18-point underdogs, won 20-17 on a late field goal by Efren Herrera at the LA Coliseum. In his senior year, Harmon received the National Football Foundation Award for all-round excellence. Under Coach Pepper Rogers' wishbone offense, UCLA achieved a 17-5 record with Harmon as quarterback. Despite his success, Harmon wasn't picked in the 1974 NFL Draft. He graduated cum laude from UCLA in 1974 with a BA in Communications and was inducted into the Pierce College Athletic Hall of Fame in 2010. Career and early appearances. After college, Harmon briefly considered careers in advertising or law. He started out as a merchandising director but soon decided to pursue acting. He spent much of his acting career portraying law enforcement and medical personnel. One of his earliest national TV appearances, aside from athletics, was in a commercial for Kellogg's Product 19 cereal, alongside his father, Tom Harmon, who was a long-standing TV spokesman for the brand. Mark Harmon's first acting break came through his sister Kristen's in-laws, Ozzie and Harriet Nelson, who cast him in an episode of Ozzie's Girls. This opened doors for Harmon, leading to guest roles in Adam 12, Policewoman, and Emergency in 1975. He also appeared in 905 Wild, a backdoor pilot about 2 LA County animal control officers. However, the series wasn't picked up. Producer Jack Webb, who packaged both series, later cast Harmon in Sam, a short-lived 1978 show about an LAPD officer and his K-9 partner. Around this time, Harmon earned an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a miniseries or movie for his role as Robert Dunlap in Eleanor and Franklin, The White House Years. In 1978, he appeared as Captain John McIntosh, an honorable Union cavalry officer, in 3 episodes of the miniseries Centennial. Throughout the late 70s, Harmon made guest appearances on popular shows like Laverne and Shirley, Del Vecchio, The Hardy Boys, and Nancy Drew Mysteries. He also had supporting roles in the films Comes a Horseman and Beyond the Poseidon Adventure. In 1979, Harmon co-starred in the action series 240 Robert as Deputy Dwayne Thibodeau, a member of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Emergency Services Detail. Unfortunately, the series was short-lived. Then, in 1980, he landed a regular role in the primetime soap opera Flamingo Road, playing Fielding Carlisle, the husband of Morgan Fairchild's character. Despite good initial ratings, Flamingo Road was canceled after 2 seasons. Afterward, Harmon joined the cast of Saint. Elsewhere in 1983, as Dr. Robert Caldwell. He stayed on for nearly 3 seasons, leaving in early 1986 when his character contracted HIV from unprotected intercourse, a groundbreaking storyline as one of the first major recurring TV characters to contract the virus. 2 years later, the character's off-screen death from AIDS was referenced. In the mid-1980s, Harmon became a spokesperson for Coors Beer, appearing in their TV commercials. His career saw significant highs in 1986. In January, People magazine named him the sexiest man alive. Shortly after leaving St. Elsewhere in February, Harmon starred in the TV movie Prince of Bel-Air, alongside Kirstie Alley. That same year, he took on the role of real-life serial killer Ted Bundy in The Deliberate Stranger, delivering a chilling performance. With his career on a high, Harmon appeared in the 1986 film Let's Get Harry and played the lead in the 1987 comedy Summer School, once again working with Kirstie Alley and future JAG and NCIS star Patrick LaByorteaux. In 1987, he had a brief but memorable role in Moonlighting, playing Sam Crawford, the love interest of Sybil Shepherd's character, for 4 episodes. That same year, he starred in the TV movie After the Promise. In 1988, he co-starred with Sean Connery and Meg Ryan in The Presidio and alongside Jodie Foster in Stealing Home. Following his 1989 comedy Worth Winning, Harmon shifted back to television, appearing in various TV movies. Harmon's next regular TV role came as Chicago police detective Dickie Cobb on Reasonable Doubts, which ran for 2 seasons. In 1993, he appeared as a rodeo clown on the CBS comedy western Hearts of the West, sharing the screen with future NCIS co-star Sean Murray. In 1995, Harmon starred in the ABC series Charlie Grace, where he played a private investigator. The show lasted only 1 season. He then returned to the medical drama scene, joining Chicago Hope as Dr. Jack McNeil from 1996 to 2000. In 1998, he also appeared as astronaut Wally Schirra in the miniseries From the Earth to the Moon. Do you know the role that truly skyrocketed Harmon to fame? It was his portrayal of Leroy Jethro Gibbs in NCIS, a performance that earned him widespread recognition and multiple awards. NCIS stardom. Mark Harmon became a household name with his iconic role as Gibbs on NCIS and through his many other Hollywood appearances. But before we dive into Harmon's time on the show, let's explore a bit more about NCIS itself. NCIS is an American military police procedural series and the first installment in the NCIS franchise. The story revolves around a fictional team of special agents from the Naval Criminal Investigative Service, blending military drama, police procedural elements, and even comedy. The concept and characters were initially introduced in JAG Season 8 in 2 episodes titled Ice Queen and Meltdown. After this successful introduction, NCIS premiered on CBS on September 23, 2003 as a JAG spin-off. Now entering its 21st season, NCIS is broadcast in syndication on the USA Network. Created by Donald P. Belisario and Don McGill, NCIS has become a staple of American television. As of 2022, it's the 3rd longest-running live-action U.S. primetime series currently airing, surpassed only by Law & Order, Special Victims Unit, and Law & Order. It also ranks as the 7th longest-running scripted U.S. primetime TV series overall. The series originally debuted with the lengthy title Navy NCIS, Naval Criminal Investigative Service, but it was soon simplified to NCIS. In Season 6, a 2-part episode introduced the first spin-off, NCIS Los Angeles. Later, during Season 11, another 2-part episode led to a second spin-off, NCIS New Orleans. At first, NCIS had a lukewarm reception, barely breaking into the top 30 in its initial seasons. However, by Season 3, the show found its footing and consistently ranked among the top 20. In 2011, NCIS was voted America's favorite television show in an online Harris poll. By the end of Season 10, it was the most-watched TV series in the U.S. during the 2012 to 2013 network television season, even surpassing Gunsmoke's record as the longest-running scripted primetime series on CBS. On January 5, 2024, a prequel series, NCIS Origins was announced for the 2024 to 2025 season. Another spin-off, NCIS Tony and Ziva, exclusive to Paramount, was revealed on February 28, 2024. The show's popularity continues, as NCIS was renewed for its 22nd season on April 9, 2024. Mark Harmon first appeared as Secret Service agent Simon Donovan in a 4-episode arc on The West Wing in May 2002. This role earned him his second Emmy nomination, exactly 25 years after his first. JAG and NCIS creator Donald P. Bellisario noticed him on The West Wing and cast Harmon in a guest role as NCIS agent Leroy Jethro Gibbs in 2 JAG episodes in April 2003. This introduction was the start of something far bigger than Harmon anticipated, leading him to his iconic role on NCIS. For over 18 years, Mark Harmon became an iconic figure on NCIS. In a 2014 interview with Larry King, he credited the show's success to its cast and crew, saying, "We've worked hard. It wasn't always as successful as it is now, and many people are responsible for that. I think it's important on this show how people are treated, and you've got to give credit to the cast and the crew." Starting in September 2003, Harmon starred as Gibbs in the CBS drama NCIS, earning 6 nominations at the People's Choice Awards and winning Favorite TV Crime Drama Actor in 2017. During his time on the show, he reunited with former Chicago Hope co-stars Rocky Carroll, Lauren Holly, and Jane Brooke. Since 2008, he has also served as a producer and executive producer on the series. In season 19, Harmon's character, Gibbs, exited the show as a regular in the 4th episode, following a storyline that was set in motion by the previous season's finale. Harmon's professional relationships with his NCIS co-stars were strong, and many of them became close friends over the years. But what led to his departure from NCIS? Departure from NCIS. Mark Harmon had been the face of NCIS since it began in 2003, portraying Special Agent in Charge Leroy Jethro Gibbs. Although he continued as an executive producer after leaving his role on screen, his character remained out of the spotlight. NCIS, CBS's longest-running scripted primetime series, explores the lives and missions of federal special agents as they investigate military crimes, prevent terrorism, and protect national secrets for the Navy and Marine Corps. NCIS, created by Don McGill and Donald P. Bellisario, the mind behind Magnum P.I., Quantum Leap, and Airwolf, has seen many major characters come and go. Key departures include fan favorites like Tony, Abby, Kate, and Ziva, but none shook the show as much as Mark Harmon's exit. CBS is experienced with changing lead roles, and NCIS continued even after Gibbs left. Gary Cole joined the cast as the new team leader, stepping into the role Harmon had left. Harmon's departure happened early in season 19, giving CBS ample time to see if the series could sustain its momentum without him. In Gibbs's final storyline, his last case was intense and deeply personal. The team uncovered that the slayings they thought were committed by a serial killer were, in fact, ordered by hitman Jason Wiles. After ditching FBI agent Alden Parker, played by Gary Cole, Gibbs took Wiles where he wanted to go to get crucial information. The hitman blew himself up, but not before revealing he was the one who sabotaged Gibbs's boat and hinted at who hired him. This led Gibbs to Naktok, Alaska, where he uncovered that Sonova Industries CEO, Sonia Eberhardt, was behind the hits. Eberhardt had hired the hitman to silence anyone who might expose the environmental devastation her copper mining project would bring to the area. With Eberhardt's guilt exposed and her project halted, Gibbs's long journey came to a close, leaving NCIS fans with a powerful, unforgettable farewell to the character. Mark Harmon was ready for a change by NCIS Season 18. He arranged a limited appearance in Season 19 to help ensure the show's renewal. As a producer and longtime member of the cast, Harmon cared deeply about the series' future. By leaving at the beginning of a season rather than at the end, he gave NCIS the best chance to prove it could hold its audience without him. Since Agent Parker was fired by the FBI for assisting Gibbs, a position was conveniently waiting for him at NCIS. But why did Harmon leave? In an interview, he shared his reasons, saying, "I was tired for the longest time. time. Taking this job meant staying home with my family, not traveling so much, and doing movies. But on the first day, we worked 22 hours. I thought, that's not exactly what I expected. We had a lot of days like that in the first 4 years. Harmon's character, Gibbs, chose a quiet retirement instead of a dramatic, heroic end, keeping the door open for a potential return. Showrunner Steve Binder echoed this possibility in a farewell message on Instagram, saying, "As an executive producer and dear friend, Mark remains a part of the fabric of the show. We've always focused on staying true to our characters. And Gibbs's future? Never count Leroy Jethro Gibbs out." While Harmon was seen as the heart of NCIS, his time on set wasn't without conflict. Despite his role as the father figure of the show, behind the scenes, there were challenges. Mark Harmon has had his share of struggles while working on NCIS. With the recent announcement of the new spin-off series, NCIS Europe, it seems Harmon still holds on to his long-standing feud with his former co-star. Despite this, NCIS remains one of the longest-running shows in television history. With over 450 episodes, this military police procedural has entertained audiences for 3 decades. Given such a lengthy history, it's no surprise that there have been some on-set conflicts. According to some former co-stars, Harmon was at the center of many behind-the-scenes clashes. Regardless of who's to blame, the drama during filming is always intriguing for fans of the show. If you're curious about these conflicts, keep watching to uncover the stories shared by former NCIS stars. One notable feud is between Mark Harmon and Michael Weatherly, which has lingered over the years. A source familiar with their working relationship reported that Harmon has little patience for Weatherly's antics. The source stated, "As far as he's concerned, Michael is a toxic pain in the butt. He's nothing but trouble." Even after all this time, Harmon still sees Weatherly as a loose cannon. Tension between co-workers is common in any workplace, often stemming from misunderstandings or heated disagreements. However, it's fortunate for NCIS fans that Harmon and Weatherly's feud never escalated too far. In a 2007 interview with the Futon Critic, Weatherly reflected on his behavior on set. He acknowledged that their differences boiled down to contrasting philosophies, stating, "Mark Harmon and I were on different poles. I was in Antarctica and he was at the North Pole, just looking down and thinking, what's up with your polarity? What's going on? The water goes down the drain the other way for me. He was confused by my presence from the start," said Weatherly, highlighting the vast differences between himself and Harmon. Weatherly recalls a particular moment when he realized just how out of sync they were. When CNN Showbiz Today, or one of those outlets, asked what the best part of doing the pilot was, "I said, I got a rubber gun and a fake badge," he shared. Harmon looked at him, clearly unimpressed, and questioned, "That's your CNN answer?" Weatherly laughed it off, comparing himself to a little kid with one too many Count Chocula bowls. Weatherly's behavior has had consequences. After leaving NCIS in 2016 to star in the legal drama Bull, he initially found success, with CBS renewing the show. Actress Eliza Dushku was brought on for a 3-episode arc, with plans to make her a series regular. However, when Dushku alleged that Weatherly made several inappropriate remarks, Bull producers cut her contract. Following an investigation, CBS awarded Dushku a $9.5 million settlement for her termination. In a statement to the New York Times, Weatherly apologized, explaining, "During taping, I made some jokes, mocking lines in the script. When Eliza told me she wasn't comfortable with my language, I was mortified and immediately apologized. I now understand that what I said was neither funny nor appropriate, and I regret the pain this caused her." Even more surprising, NCIS creator Donald P. Belisario eventually left during the show's production, a departure few could have predicted. Although Belisario's impact on NCIS remains undeniable, he left the show in 2007. Rumors had swirled for years that his departure was due to conflicts with the show's star, Mark Harmon. It was later confirmed that Belisario's chaotic approach didn't sit well with Harmon, leading to a strained relationship between the two. In a feature on NCIS for The Hollywood Reporter, co-creator Don McGill called the clash "classic Hollywood creative differences." During his time on NCIS, Harmon also had a well-known feud with co-star Pauley Perrette, who played the beloved character Abby. The show was known for its chemistry, especially the bond between Gibbs and Abby, but behind the scenes, their relationship became tense. Perrette claimed she felt threatened by Harmon after an incident involving his dog. In 2024, CBS executives stated that the issue had long been resolved and even expressed openness to bringing Perrette back. However, Perrette herself held firm, stating in 2019 that she would never return to NCIS because she didn't want to work with Harmon again. Fans still hope for her return, especially after the recent tribute episode to Ducky in season 21 referenced Abby. Personal struggles. As for Harmon's personal life, he has always been incredibly active. Before becoming an actor, he was an athlete, and fitness has always been part of his lifestyle. Although he rarely gives interviews, he has previously opened up about his love for working out and staying fit. After suffering a shoulder injury, Mark Harmon discovered a new passion, Pilates. In an interview with Men's Journal, the actor and father of two shared his enthusiasm for the workout. "It completely kicks my ass," he said. "I had a shoulder injury that drew me to Pilates. The physical therapist I went to was all about that. They kick your ass on these machines." Harmon, a former long-distance runner who used to log 60 to 70 miles a week, added, "Pilates is all about controlling the machine, and that's twice as hard." In another interview with TV Insider, Harmon explained why he and his wife, Pam Dauber, choose to stay off social media. "It's who we are. We stayed home a lot. I'm not a Twitter guy or a Facebook guy. Our sons aren't into that either," he shared. Harmon and Dauber have both found success in the entertainment industry, but as Harmon noted, there's a part that's just not natural. Fans were heartbroken when Harmon left his role as Leroy Jethro Gibbs in season 19 of NCIS. Questions about whether Gibbs will ever return to the show are common. Harmon opened up about his decision to leave during a feature on the show's season 19 DVD release. Reflecting on his time as Gibbs, he said the chance to work on fresh and challenging material kept him coming back each season. After nearly 2 decades, though, he suggested that the thrill was no longer there. Harmon's romance with actress Pam Dauber, known for her role in Mork and Mindy, began in 1986. A mutual friend had planned to set them up on a group date, but Harmon opted for a more direct approach. "I said, 'Can I just call? Can I get a number and just cold call?'" he recalled. He did just that, dialed the number, and left a message on her answering machine. Their relationship grew from that moment, leading to a lasting partnership. Mark Harmon recalls the beginning of his relationship with Pam Dauber as if it were yesterday. "I started leaving a message saying, 'We don't have to all go out. We could get a cup of coffee or something,'" he shared. Pam was monitoring the call and picked up, leading to a first date that same night. "We went out that night, and we've been together ever since." Almost a year later, in 1987, Mark and Pam tied the knot. Since then, they've built a life together, welcoming 2 sons, Sean and Ty, and enjoying a quiet life in California. Recently, they celebrated their 36th wedding anniversary. Known for their extreme privacy, Mark rarely shares details about his family, but when he does, his admiration for Pam shines through. "There's no secret to a happy marriage," he told People. "We laugh. You've got to laugh. And you've got to talk and communicate. That's the fun part. We share many things, and yet we're really different." Mark is proud of his marriage, often wearing a ring on his wedding finger, even when not on set. "I like to have something on my ring finger because I'm proud to be married, and I'm proud of who I'm married to," he said in 2019. "I'm just so proud of her." Like his NCIS character, Mark has shown real courage in life. In 1996, he risked his own safety to save a teenager from a burning car. A 16-year-old driver had managed to escape, but his friend, Colin Speck, was trapped inside. Mark saw the crash near his Brentwood home and didn't hesitate. He grabbed a sledgehammer, smashed the windows, and pulled Colin to safety, demonstrating the same bravery he portrays on screen. The Los Angeles Fire Department praised Mark Harmon's bravery, with spokesman Brian Humphrey saying, "The youths owe their lives to the action of Mr. Harmon." Years later, Colin, one of the teenagers Mark saved, expressed his gratitude in a CBS interview, stating he would not be alive without Mark's courageous act. Despite the recognition, Mark has stayed humble about the incident. Reflecting on it in 2013, he said, "I won't take credit for it. If the car explodes and I'm next to it, then you're talking about two young boys who don't have a father." Since leaving NCIS after 19 successful seasons, Mark has stayed connected to the show as an executive producer. He has also branched out with new projects, including his first historical nonfiction book, Ghosts of Honolulu, a Japanese spy, a Japanese-American spy hunter, and the untold story of Pearl Harbor. Discussing his career and latest project with People, Mark clarified, "I left the show. I didn't retire." On his new passion project, he added, "I've always thought you can learn from history. Things tend to repeat themselves." Interestingly, the book also has ties to NCIS. Mark explained, "This is the first story leading to the birth of what became the real NCIS. These agents are a different breed, and I hope there's a story revealed here that you don't know. It was important work they were doing, and no one knew about it." What do you think about Mark Harmon's departure from NCIS? Share your thoughts in the comments, hit the like button, and subscribe.